Cherokee and their villages. And we're going to think about what is in their village. We've talked a lot about Creek and Cherokee. So we're going to start out by just thinking about our town. Okay? Everyone at your table needs a different color marker. Make sure you have a different color marker than everyone at your table. Okay? Keyshawn, you have a different color marker? Okay? Your group is going to get a big piece of paper, and I want you to write down on your big piece of paper different things that are in our town. Okay? Hold on, not yet. So maybe it's Kroger. Maybe it's our school. Maybe it's our homes. Maybe the post office, the restaurant. Write down things that we have in our town. Okay? I'm going to give your table your paper.
That right.
Okay?
Yes, I'm going to write that.
Things that we have in our town. What are some things that we see in our town? Restaurants. What are you guys writing down?
I'm writing that there's holiday. I'm writing Walmart.
Walmart. Stores. I see stores. I see restaurants. What are you guys writing down in our town?
I'm trying to think about it. I know how to spell.
What are you guys writing down? Old Navy.
Oh.
Oh.
And school.
Okay. We're thinking of your list of items for our town. I want you to make sure on your list you have food. Think about where we get our food. I want you to think good. I want you to think about transportation. How do we get around? Okay. I want you to think about our homes. What do our homes look like?
How do we spell Dunkin' Donuts?
Try your best. I want you to try your best. Okay, and hands up. I also want you to think about what do you do for fun? What is around our town that you do for fun? Okay, make sure you have all of those things on your list. Okay. So, can I see your poster? Let's see, we have the elephant table. All right, elephant table. They have Old Navy, a school, bus, parks, airports, car, zoos, water, Kroger, Dave & Buster's, air, stores, pools, food, okay, houses. Is there anything on here that the Creek and Cherokee had?
And games.
Maybe I can make a list right here.
Yes.
They had food.
I put games.
Oh, I'm looking for hands. Wastine?
They have food.
Okay, they did have food. What else? Water.
House.
They did have houses. Now, did their houses look like ours?
No.
No. Okay. Clarissa?
Pools, which is lakes.
Okay, so they used water too. Rivers, lakes, yes. Okay, we don't have that on here. Okay, cool. Now, I see for transportation they included airports. Did the Cherokee or Creek have airports? No. But all of these things make up our society. How we live as a group of people. Okay? Let's see another one. Okay, now we have giraffes. Okay. Oh my God. We have lots of things. We have school, pool, candy, Kroger, Walmart, have fun, okay? So I want you to be thinking about this is our way of life. This is our society. Clarissa? What table were you at? Oh, Camilla, what table were you at? Oh, you switched, okay. Woo! Lots of stuff.
What? Well, we're lots of stuff.
Alrighty. We have Justice Bikes to get around, the moon, a gas station, school, Walmart, church, Family Dollar, that's another store, a park, Subway to get some food. We play games, toy store, GameStop, holidays. Okay, Six Flags, lots of different places.
Like ours.
Now, all of these things make up our town. All of these places, all of these things to do. How we get our food.
Nobody run fire.
Last one.
Lions.
Lions.
Looks like it is.
Let's see. Alright, we have football. We haven't seen that one yet. We play football. The Lego store, the zoo, Ferguson, our school, Walmart, Dunkin' Donuts, restaurants, airport, game room, homes. And we got some pictures. I love these of our homes. How they are 2 stories. Look at that, 2 stories. Were the Cherokee homes 2 stories?
And a sun.
No. And the sun, good, okay? So there are some differences between us and them. Okay, that's what I want you to be thinking about as we're making our villages. Now, we're going to think about how can we make a list just like this, but for the Creek villages, their villages. We're going to be thinking about how can we make a list, and then by the end of today, possibly tomorrow if we don't finish today, we are going to create a map of a Creek village.
Wait, shouldn't we?
Then, in your groups, you're going to create a map of a Cherokee village.
Yes, I know we can.
So you can see what everything is in the Cherokee village. I need your eyes on me, Christopher. Thank you. Okay? You can stop it there. First, we're going to gather facts about the Creek together. We're going to use our fact organizer. Then, we're going to create a Creek village together. After that, you all are going to gather your facts about the Cherokee and create your Cherokee village in your groups. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is find all of our facts that we need for our Creek village, okay? Are you ready?
Yes.
Perfect. So, first we need to find out what kind of food did the Creek eat? What kind of food? Now I'm going to show you what you're going to be doing with the Cherokee, but we're going to do the Creek together. So what kind of food did the Creek eat? I'm going to fill in my organizer.
Fish.
Oh, looking for hands. What kind of food? Keyshawn?
Pumpkins.
Pumpkins. So I'm going to write pumpkins.
I got another. Beans.
What else? Aiden? Fish. What else? Andrew?
Wild turkey.
Ooh, I think that was the Cherokee. Was that the Creek too?
Yes.
Oh, awesome. Turkeys.
Oh, man.
Riley?
Berries.
Berries.
Squash.
Squash.
Beans.
Bingo.
Okay, so that's a lot of food. Okay? We got our food. Next thing I want you to look for is homes. What did their homes look like? Remember, we're using our non-fiction articles and our books and our notes so we know. What were their homes made of? What did they look like? What's important about their homes for their village? Wastine?
They were made of plant, paint, and plaster,
Okay.
and made of mud.
Mud. They were made of mud. So when I'm making my Creek village, I know that I'm going to have to make them look like they're made out of mud. Okay, I'm going to write that down.
One house. Made of nature.
And nature. Made of mud.
Sticks.
And nature.
And sticks. Twigs. Weeds.
Okay? Good. That sticks. Twig sticks.
Yeah.
All right. Next, I want to think about their jobs. What did the men and women do? Maybe I can show what they're doing in the village. Okay. What did they do, Selvin? So the men would go fishing. What did the women do? Isaiah?
They will look after their families.
Okay. And their farm. Good, good. That's going to help us, okay? So I'm going to use this. I'm going to write the men equals fishing.
The one
Women
equals
farming. So in my village, I'm going to have to show that the men are going fishing and the women are farming their land, okay? Now, recreation means things for fun. What did the creek do for fun, or maybe when they weren't working? What did they do? Selvin? They did play a game. Excella?
They had this dance where you stomp.
They had a stomp dance. Yes.
They had a freezer and a playing field.
They did. In their village, they had a playing field. So they could.
roundhouse.
So I should definitely include a playing field, right? I'm going to write that down so I remember that.
And
Playing-
they played stickball.
Oh, yeah. That was a Cherokee.
And creek.
But it shows the creek town and it shows
Yeah.
Yeah, they did play stickball.
So they probably played stickball and games on their playing field. Good. Now, transportation. What does transportation mean? Andrew?
How they got around.
What does transportation mean?
Play stickball
Camilla?
stuff. The creek,
Traveling. Oh, perfect. Got it. How they get around. So, how did they get around? How did they get around and move? Fanny?
They, in the river they use dugout canoes.
Perfect. I'm going to add stickball up here like we said. How did they get around on land? How did they get around on land? What'd they do? Isaiah? They walked. They didn't have cars. They didn't have airplanes. No buses.
No.
They walked.
they had nothing.
Except
Canoes.
And I included this last part on your organizer that you'll see that says other. For anything else that you think we should include in our village. Is there anything else that maybe we should make sure we put in our village for the creek? Anything really important? Anthony? They make baskets, so maybe I could draw some baskets. Okay? I think that's important. Yes, Samir? Their clothing. What kind of clothes did they have? Caritza? Deerskin clothes. Good. They had clothes made out of. Once you have collected your information, now we can use our checklist. I'm waiting. We can use our fact organizer to create our creek village. So we have everything that we want in our creek village. If you notice on my paper, I have my area for my village to go, but on this side, I have a map key. What's a map key? Can you turn and talk to the person next to you about what a map key is? How does it help? Okay, bring it back in 3, 2, 1. Eyes on me. Thank you. What's a map key? Why is it important? Miriam? maybe what your symbols mean. I heard Excella make a really good point. What did you say to Selvin?
I said a marquee is like when you have a mountain, they're going to show you what equals a mountain.
So maybe if you put this, that means mountains. And in the map key, they would put this equals mountains.
Oh.
Okay, so we need to design our creek village. Where do I even start? What do I do? What do I put in here? Can I look at my checklist?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe I'm going to look at this and I'm going to say, I put that there needs to be a playing field. I put there needs to be a playing field. So where do you think I should put that? I'm going to erase my mountains. What's that? Yes. Okay, I could do it. Maybe I'll put it on the side.
Yeah, I was about to say on that side.
Keyshawn, eyes up here. Go, Christopher. All right, so, and I'm going to put,
Some stick balls.
okay, so I'm going to draw some people playing their stickball.
Is a fish on a pole?
Okay.
Put the ball.
And I'm going to label it playing field.
I think there's only one, not two.
Okay. Now, how am I going to do their homes? Are they organized in a certain way? I see that Aiden has the Creek Village diagram open. Are they organized in a certain way? What do you notice about that picture, Aiden?
I noticed that
They have gardens right next to the homes. So I'm going to draw some homes. These are my homes. They have kind of like a stick roof, right?
Here's their homes. Yeah, they made theirs out of mud. They made theirs out of straw.
Okay, and then they have their fields where the women, go Clarissa, where the women are farming. So I'm going to draw some plants.
What'd you do?
I found a map key.
Yeah, the
Miss
men
Artusa. I found a map key.
And here's my girl.
Miss Artusa.
Okay, awesome.
I found a map key.
Awesome. All right, listen, I need your eyes up here. Hold on. What am I missing in my village? So, for food, we put different things you can grow. So that can be right here. Home, I'm sorry. Homes, here's my homes. Jobs, men fishing. I don't have that. What should I do? What did they build their villages near? Danny? River. So I need a river, right? Can I put my river over here?
I see the man. And you can put a fish in.
These are the two rivers.
And I can put a fish and a man.
Here's a fish. I'm gonna get you.
Okay. Now yours will be much, much prettier. But look how awesome it is so far. Okay.
I think we need to draw lines in the water.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, I have my recreation check. My playing field with stickball. My next checklist is transportation. Dugout canoes.
You have to put dugout canoes on the river.
We have to put them on the river. Okay.
What is
So,
that?
My canoe looks like this.
It's a
And
banana.
there can be a guy sitting in it.
I know, that looks like a banana.
Okay.
That looks like a giant banana.
And then I have people walking. So I need to draw some people walking around.
Let me just spread out.
Okay.
They might have some now.
So other, they made baskets and their clothes are made out of deer skin. So if I wanted to show their clothes, hold on, that's what I would do. Baskets. I can draw some people over here making some baskets.
Miss Artusa, I want a Cherokee page. Oh, this is a Cherokee roll.
Okay. And of course, I would love to add more on here, but because we don't have so much time, we're not going to be able to do that today. Okay? But did you notice how I used my facts to make my village? That's what we are going to do tomorrow. Today, we are going to do that same Now, they're very similar, right? In our reading groups this week, we've been talking about how they're similar and how they're different. So we are going to make our village map. Go ahead, Christopher. We're going to make our village map, but for the Cherokee. So you today are going to get to use your groups to collect all that information. Remember when we were doing the Creek? I had to collect all those facts and figure out what was important for my village. That's what you're going to do, but in your groups. Just like you helped me, you're going to help each other. So, you and your group are going to get a big piece of paper. And you're going to make what we call a graffiti wall.
A graffiti wall.
And it's called a graffiti wall because you're all going to use your own color and you're going to write, and after the end it's going to look like there's a bunch of graffiti all over your paper. That's perfect. I love that. Aiden just said that he's going to use a social studies book. Excel's going to use her Cherokee books that she has from the library. So you are one step ahead of me. At your groups, you're all going to use your own color. You're going to have your resources. We have our notes on Cherokee. We have our books on the Cherokee, our informative books. We have our social studies book. We have our articles that we've been reading. We have library books. We have a lot of information about the Cherokee. What I want you to do is think about that information and take note of it on your group's graffiti wall. What do you think is important? What do you think they should have in their village, okay, about the Cherokee? Questions? Comments? So we know what to do when we get to our group?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and go back to your groups. I will pass out your materials. Get your materials ready. What do you guys think should be in the Cherokee village?
They played a game called stickball.
Perfect. Okay. What are you guys writing down?
I'm writing
Okay. Good, Daisy.
I'm drawing the
What does this group think should be in our Cherokee village? A park? Why? Today, you're going to take those facts, all of those things that you collected, that's what makes up this Cherokee society, their group, their way of life. Okay? So you're going to take that checklist and you're going to show someone what their way of life looked like. You're trying to show someone today what their way of life looked like. Think about if I knew nothing about the Cherokee, if I knew nothing, and I asked you, how did they live? What did they need to live? What did they live in? What did they do for fun? Did they go to school? Okay? You're going to use your map as your tool to do that. You're going to show me. You're going to show me their way of life. What made up their village? Because yes, just like I did it. Because we talked about what makes up our way of life, where we get our food. We might go to Publix, Walmart. Where we go to school, here. What some jobs might be. This is your chance to show what their way of life looked like, okay?
Wait, real or fake?
Real, what their life was like.
Ours?
Just like ours. Okay, wait, hand down. Hold on. So, thank you. When you have finished with your village map, you're going to have time to write about it and explain their way of life. So not only in pictures, but you're going to write about it and tell me what it was like. You can use those facts to create your sentences. To to create those sentences. The food they ate was. The jobs they had were. They used dugout canoes to get around. Okay, you're going to include all of that. And I want to be able to read this and understand what's on your map.
So you had
Okay.
to
Do the math.
you had to do it.
You're going to do the map today, and if we don't finish your writing, you can finish your writing tomorrow.